This is the weekly roundup. Weekly roundup. Weekly roundup. Oh man, Sumayaria Das. I'm sorry, I just butchered your name that terribly, but they were here like instantly. You should get something for that. So throw your wax address in the comments because I need to send you some presents because holy macaroni and cheese. Welcome, guys. So this is becoming a new tradition that Jimmy and I are doing on Sundays where we get together. And I love this. I love doing it the first time because I didn't even remember half the things we did the week that we did. So we do a week in review and we kind of look forward to the week ahead, right? And I plumb forgot half the cool things we did the week before the first one because we're doing so many awesome things. We're meeting so many awesome people. So it's awesome to sort of, just take a minute. Hey, what did we do this week? What happened? And look forward to some of the amazing things we have going on next week. Jimmy, how are you doing this evening in Japan time?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. It was a pretty good day. It's starting to get warm again, so that's nice. And it's always nice to just look back on all the awesome guests that we had last week and remember because it's a lot. I like doing it, love doing it, but we meet a lot of really cool people, so it's good to throw the highlights out there.
Agreed. So. All right, so if you go to the Uplifters channel on YouTube, you could follow along. So yeah, our last weekly roundup was down here. You can go watch that if you want to. And gratitude ceremony was next. Gratitude ceremony is actually starting in an hour and 10 minutes. Actually, doing this before gratitude ceremony actually makes a lot of sense to me because I'm sort of in kind of getting things ready anyway, and it's kind of an awesome extra level of gratitude. So that was fun. And then Monday morning we had BP&Chill with Aaron Cox from freaking Grey Mass because Jimmy is a getter of awesome guests. So how did you feel like that? I mean, I felt like that was kind of a tour de force. Like that was one of our best episodes, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting because you and I, like, we have a lot of things in common, but we also, have excel at different things. And for me, like those kind of conversations where we can talk about like what's being built and what's being done. That was one of my favorite ones. Like with talking to those block producers, especially, I really quite like them, like what they're saying. The one with Eva Rose was good as well, but just with like Grey Mass, their whole thing is about creating tools for the community to use. Different block producers do different things, and they just have created so many great tools, and they're just such a great team, and and really cool. So I'm super excited to interview them for something else, and also bring them back on to BP&Chill sometime in the near future. But yeah, the Grey Mass is awesome.
Yeah, they're really cool and building a lot of really awesome things. So hey, I was just on the looking at the channel. We're at 192 subscribers right now.
We just went up like 40 on it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So here's what I'm thinking. Like we're talking about starting our NFT line this week. I think we need to mint 200 NFTs and get them to the actual subscribers somehow. So if you're not subscribing yet, you should probably do that.
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
Yeah, and so we should I guess we can dish out the goods a little bit here, but like without giving too much away. But like essentially we're thinking of two different forms of NFTs. One that will be, given away to the community, just kind of like as a concert ticket type of thing, and one that will be given away to the guests or to special contest winners or things like that. We just have these ideas of like really cool images that we think that we can use, and we're hopefully going to kick that off this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So it's like an extra little added. You were here. You were among the first 200 subscribers to the Uplifters channel.
Yeah, I'd imagine like when we have like 1 million viewers, people are gonna want that shit.
Right?
Man.
Exactly.
Like, I can pretend that I was with Corey and Jimmy on February of 2021. Although anyone worth their salt in the blockchain business will know that they weren't really there because they can just track the blockchain to see when the NFT was.
Yeah, I think the biggest benefit. I mean, you could always sell them as collector's editions. I think that'd be interesting, but I want to make sure that we can sort of reach backwards and use them as like kind of the Genesis account kind of things, right? Where if you're among the 200 OG people, you get extra access to this or some special first dibs on maybe some land in the uplift that we get our hands on or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think we've already talked about this. We will definitely be adding some utility to them, even if only in our little uplift channel space on the uplift, right? Like, but probably more. But even if only that, there will be definitely utility added to holding these, or other utility or other partnerships potentially with other projects that we're working with. There's a whole plethora of ideas on how we can maximize.
Plethora. I love that word. Sorry. What? So yeah, tons of stuff. So that was Monday. That's the rest of the stuff. Tuesday.
Yeah. So this week for BP&Chill, we're gonna have.
Okay. Here's a question. Do you want to do? I kind of feel like. Sorry for interrupting. I kind of feel like we should do the full week in review, and then do. Or do you think we should like bounce back and forth? Which one?
No, let's do it. Last week we bounced back and forth, and let's try it. Let's try the full week in review this time. And
okay, cool.
And then we'll see which you feel like better.
See. All right, cool. Well, iteration, evolution, yada yada. So anyway, Tech Talk on a Tuesday. Again, that name gets better in my head all the time. We were trying to figure out like, the title for something like, oh my god, is it too long? Of course it's not. That title is so dumb that everyone's gonna love it.
Yeah, I remember when you thought that it was like super cheesy, and you were like, I don't really want to use it. And I'm like, it's really cool.
I know. I was wrong. It's wrong.
I've been wrong plenty.
Yeah, no, the cheesiness is its charm all day long. Tech Talk on a Tuesday is growing on me in leaps and bounds. So we had Adrian from Wombat Wallet on. He's one of our favorite guests. We've had him on a couple times now. He's definitely going to be a recurring guest a bunch. We talked about a bunch of the games that we talked about. What else did we talk about? I can't even remember all the stuff that we talked about.
We talked about Wombat. We talked about like some onboarding issues, some tech issues. This is actually the second time that we've had him on, like you mentioned. We do a weekly roundup post on Medium, which will be pushed out later. It's also in the link to this YouTube, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But we've also linked the first video that he appeared on there because it's a nice little balance. The first time he came on, he talked a lot about Womplay and Wombat and kind of gave us a rundown. This time it was a more general, blockchain and crypto type of conversation where we just kind of went through a bunch of stuff, ranging even from like the ability to play games on Ethereum or some of the other networks that are coming out in the EOSIO ecosystem. And yeah, it's always fun and hard to recap what we talk about with Adrian because we always talk about so much.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And again, like if anyone gets curious about any of this stuff, you can just go watch it. So that's fun. All right. What next? So we did the first, my buddy Greg and I did the first episode of The Builders. The Builders. I tried to like make HODL into Buildles and it didn't work. I'm going to keep doing it. But anyway, so we went through, we did this build competition with the OG crew that is in the game, kind of preparing the uplift for the flood of humans that are about to be going into it. Just said, hey, build anything like a little house on some of these pieces of land that the NFT land key sales are going to be, people are going to be buying them. And so we just did a tour and didn't even get through that many of them. And it was a total blast. So we'll be doing that every Tuesday at noon. If you're curious about some of the builds that are happening in the larger world, not in the community cluster, then that'll be a really, really good show to catch up on. It's just super fun anyway. I did a random gratitude ceremony with Mark from HODL God, which was really fun. He had some video issues, but it was good. And then we did the Uplift.world demo. Actually, that should be deleted because I didn't even end up doing it. So never mind that. That's 7 seconds of me staring at my computer. I was gonna do because we could do demos for some of the projects that are getting into the community cluster, and it did not work.
Your 15 minutes of fame just got 7 seconds shorter because of that.
Exactly. I used 7 seconds up, like going like, what? Am I on? Is this crap? Anyway, Wednesday was Ash Loadmaster from the NFT Army.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and he showcased some really cool cards, I thought. And sorry, I cut you off there. I'm sure you're getting used to it by now. We've been doing this for a few weeks, so if you pop into the Telegram channel, there is about 3 hours, I think, the big bad boy daddy Bitcoin Origins $500 block is going on sale. And I thought this is funny, true to Ash, because he's a cool guy, but he's a bit of a comedian as well. And the NFT Army, those guys are hilarious. They're great. They've decided to throw up a claim link for Atomic Hub to get that mask that we showcased in that show. And it's going on at the exact same time as that Bitcoin Origin. So
why?
I think
that's funny.
So if you're bummed that you can't get in on that $500 Bitcoin Origins thing, hop on into the Telegram channel, and this one might even be more rare than the Bitcoin Origins because they've only got 62. So yeah, there's a claim link in there, and I'm pretty sure you can click on it and you might get lucky. So shout out to those guys. Yeah, I know you really loved having Ash on the show. So what was your take on that?
I mean, it's just having the representative of the NFT Army, which has been such a great community for our shows, right? It's always good having them around and having them sharing. Like, they just bring a really awesome energy. Talking to them about the projects that they're getting into and the kinds of things that communities like theirs are doing and can do. It's just endlessly fascinating to me. I think it's just a really, really good conversation for us to be able to have. So that was Wednesday. Later on Wednesday, I went into the Uplift with Any Observation, Anders, and we just had a little play date. I showed him his land. It's like, hey, here's your land. He started digging. A day later, he had it's obscene what he's managed to build. And so this is the other thing too. Like, the Boyd team asked for creative mode, which is basically like superpowers in the game, and I granted it to them, and they're building something like mental. Like, it's have you seen The Watchmen?
Yeah.
And like the giant sort of edifice that what's this pickle builds on Mars. Like, that's the impression that I'm getting from what they're building.
Right.
It's incredible. But Anders is building like a purist. Like, he's mining his own stuff. He's getting his own iron. He's doing his own thing. And he's what he's building, you can now see from space as well, which is really fun. So that's cool. And it's really cool to just be able to pop in with people. We had one spot left in the community cluster, and this week was when that filled up, and it was wax.io that asked for it. And I was very excited about that. And so I built them a giant thing on a piece of land that they're actually going to be granted in Central City if they want it, because they're a big deal. Not like we're running the whole game on wax or anything.
There's a little bit of a kind of feel bad but kind of prideful gleam in my eye when you said that, because if you recall, a couple of weeks ago we had the new kids on the blockchain on our show, some of our favorite guests, and they had said, "Oh, Wax, you were supposed to come on our show, but you didn't." I kind of felt bad about that, but they're actually asking us if they can have land in the Uplift. That's kind of a nice feeling.
Right. Speaking of which, can you remind me? Like, they wanted to be in world, and I tried to get them for the gratitude ceremony last week, but we couldn't connect. So, we probably won't have time to do it this week. But I want to make sure that they get in on the community cluster thing. So
sure, yeah, I'll send them another.
Touch base with them. If they do want it, I'm going to put them on the list, and we have to try and connect this week to basically get them on it and kind of get that rolling. It's basically just a matter of booking an hour with me and Greg. But I just would love to have them there. So if they have any interest, let's make sure they join us in there, because they're really cool. And if you haven't seen those, again, go back to the episode with the new kids on the blockchain. They're just really cool people to meet in this space. So checking that video out is a good idea.
Well, and actually, that's maybe another really good reminder here is this is why we do this weekly update post. So on the Medium channel, essentially, we put the EOSIO weekly update, which we're going to talk about next, on there, and we put these weekly roundup posts on there. All of the other individual posts are on different social channels. So you can go back to that medium and you can check past weekly roundup episodes, and you can see just the with Corey and Jimmy D stuff that we've done. If you want to check out all the other stuff that's going on the channel, you can tune into this broadcast, or you can also check out the EOSIO weekly update on Thursday post, because at the bottom of that section, we've also copied in all of the week's Uplift videos, Uplift art videos, other affiliated projects that we've been working on and things like that. So that's the comprehensive view. Everything that happened in the space that we feel of as importance, or we managed to catch, goes in that post, whether it be an article, whether it be videos, whether it be tutorials from someone like Anders or Red Blue, or whether it be things that are happening in the Uplift. Might be some building with Courier or some of the other members that are in the Uplift communities building. So yeah, we've got such a massive amount of content going out on this channel that we're just trying to kind of streamline it. The idea that we had was always to be able to streamline it to where if somebody was only interested in games, they could just come on here and watch NFT Game Day on a Friday. If they were only interested in tech stuff, they could just come on here. If they were only interested in EOSIO stuff, they could just, tune into the Thursday update. So we're still trying to keep that streamlined. Please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. But if you want to kill the notifications, it's cool, because those notifications are going to wake you up all night long.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to wake you up. Is it cool if I play this video though? Because I haven't watched it in like a few hours.
The wax one?
Yeah.
Yep, go for it, man.
Okay. Tee. Should be volume. Yeah. Yeah. I'm absurdly proud of this.
You should be. It took you a while. I was there.
It took a minute. Yep. It was fun that we just got to shoot the shit into the middle of the Japanese evening on this.
I'm not the bubble.
Oh yeah.
I'm not the bubble. I'm not the bubble.
By the way, Lisa, you and Max, I want to get you and Max onto your lands soon. Soon.
I want you on the show.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should make that happen.
Actually,
yep. You can always tell when I've had enough coffee because I start dancing to random shit. Hey, this is Sorry, go ahead.
I love how the impossible becomes possible in
yeah.
The
Yeah.
Where else would those engineering dynamics work?
Right. That's something that we Lisa, that's entirely possible. That'd be really cool. Yeah, we've been talking about doing the in-game economy, but part of me is starting to wonder if maybe just leaving the creative mode capacity might not be better. And just let everyone's freak flag just fly, right? Jimmy, can you throw your personal wax count in there?
Sure.
Because I mean, in the time that I had the other day, I wouldn't have been able to get this done, right? This is me, going into some of the cool tools that people have built for Minecraft, taking a picture of the wax logo, updating that, and then going in and just fixing it up or whatever, right? Yeah, I need to think about it more. Yep. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Well, I mean, as long as you can stop people from destroying shit, because
that's always been the thing, right? That is never going to change. You're only going to be able to do stuff on your land, but I'm pretty sure we could set it up so that people can basically have the maximum creative freedom and ability, within the framework of their land, but where they can't, screw up anyone else's day. That's basically kind of the rule of thumb that we can't get around.
Right. Yeah, so EOSIO weekly update. The post was pretty interesting this week. A lot was going on. There was some pretty cool updates by a lot of great projects. Definitely check it out. Brendan Blummer was in the news. Profi was in the news. A lot of crazy stuff was happening in Twitter from a really kind of negative start to the week to a really bullish end to the week, which was kind of fitting because we usually try to put this post out sometime Thursday morning, my time. So it's ready for you guys when you wake up over there. And we had Cheney Moore, and Cheney Moore, of course, is the bullish on EOS and bullish Telegram channel from EOS writer. Used to be on lots of different podcasts. Quite a fun guy to talk to. He has a lot of very strong opinions, but I think a lot of times they're very fair as well. I like the fact that, he's the bullish on EOS guy, but he's also one of the most critical, but at the same time, very calm and trying to, get Block One and other projects in the space to, say what, needs to be said to the community to keep people happy and kind of bridge that gap between positivity and negativity. So
it's like constructive criticism as opposed to FUD.
Yeah, exactly. So, what was your take on meeting Cheney? I know
I liked him. I liked him a lot. And he seems like a buttoned up pro in the space, frankly. And has a bunch of opinions, but clearly thinks about this, right? And when we're introduced to people in this space, there's a lot of different takes on this theme, right? Everybody from Lisa Chandler and her imaginary cafe that is sort of like oddly binding strange communities together with imaginary coffee. But then, coming in NFTs, it's just that whole thing, right? But I've seen how her mind works around communities and binding them together and creating value that way. And it's that's a take. And then you have people that are spending their time thinking about like a specific chain like EOS, the mainnet specifically, right? And the price action and stuff like that. There's like a million different ways that you can come at this. So it's been really, really good for me to meet people like Cheney and frankly everybody else. And that's why the second best part of this weekly roundup show is talking about what we're going to be doing the next week, because it just never ends. There's just so many more people to talk to and things to do. Yeah,
especially now that we've kind of broadened out in beyond the EOS space into the DApp space as well. And so it's
right.
You've got for sure. But yeah, it was great. And Cheney was super nice. I tried to reach out to all of our guests after the show, just before I go to bed, because it's quite late here for me and I can't just get off the show and go to bed. It doesn't work that way. So I may as well do something, constructive. He said he had a lot of fun, which was really cool. And he said he kind of liked the relaxed atmosphere. Most of our guests actually say this, like, we're not necessarily, your 6 o'clock news professional show, but I think that's what a lot of the guests like, because they can just come on here and say casually what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and not have to be worried about, us grilling them or any of those types of things. So, last day of the week. And yes, we see even this roundup, we get awesome people. We've got Lisa in here, Ken's here, like everybody's in here. I mean, I'm sure Anders would be in here if he wasn't in the Uplift building.
He really, did you know that that's where he is? Because that's totally where he is. So, he got a friend of his to start helping him build on their land. And that, Ken, I need to chat with you about that afterwards, because my buddy Greg, who actually helped me stand up this server in the first place, has volunteered to start doing lives with people. We did a show, the new Clusterfuck show that we do 2 p.m. on Fridays, where Recurrier from Metaforce and Crypto Monkeys and I basically just go into the cluster and talk about everything that's going on. So we basically just introduced everybody to the people that are already there, and that took an hour. But we also showed Recurrier that the Crypto Monkeys land, and then Greg kind of took over, and he basically just started just teaching Recurrier how to do stuff, and everyone loved that, including Recurrier, who had no clue what was going on. So Greg volunteered to do that with the rest of the community leaders that are coming in game. to basically introduce them to their lands and kind of take them through the first little bit. So Ken, I would love to book you and Greg for that, because that is something we want to do aggressively. I'm going to be there too, but like he's just really, really good at teaching people how to do the initial things in the game. So,
and I actually learned a lot from that as well. It's like just seeing someone who's never played before, because I'm quite new to it as well, and just okay, well, how do I do this? Like, because it gets really frustrating. Like,
there's a lot.
I remember it's just like I got to go online. I got to research how to get into the damn car. Then I got to research how to get out of it. Then I got to research, how to put it in my bag. But usually when I try to put it in my bag, I end up pushing it down the cart, and then I got to walk down the train tracks all the way to the monument to find it because there's not one there. And so I think it's good to go through this with people.
Can I just say, I gotta say, like, again, to everyone who just showed up because Ken retweeted this, thank you guys so much for showing up. And thank you to Ken Bozak. Like every time he retweets us, instantly 30 people show up. And we're like, all right, well, there's the bump. So anyway, you guys are awesome. If you can, go find a Ken Bozak tweet right now. Or after this show, if you want to hang out, and because we got lots more cool shit to talk about.
No pun intended, but I like
do something.
I'm gonna steal it if you can. If you can, go find a Bozak tweet.
Oh yeah. No, comma, and then this sentence would make sense if Jimmy wasn't stepping on it. Just go find it. Go retweet the shit out of Ken Bozak, right? Like let's make him even more famous than he already is, because the guy is awesome. And his community is awesome, and the bigger it is, the better everyone in this whole ecosystem does. So go do that. Freaking
and we're gonna have to have him on.
Send him money.
It's been almost a month since we had him on, so
that's unacceptable. Let's book that shit.
Okay, and speaking of Ken, one of his favorite things. So let's go on to the next day, NFT Game Day with John Connor of Upland, which was.
We should talk about the surprise AMA that we did.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
no, that's
right.
Okay. Jimmy and I jumped in for because we had something booked that kind of went a little bit sideways. Completely, totally our fault. We're gonna have Douglas Horn from Telos on pretty soon, because that whole space is heating up a lot.
And anyway, again, this was 100% our bad.
Yeah, it was our bad. We screwed up the scheduling a little bit. So anyway, he's awesome and was super patient with us, and so we're excited to have him on. So we were sitting there though, so like, hey, why don't we do an AMA about the uplift? And Jimmy just asked me like a bunch of questions. A bunch of people came in. Dr. Yanani, who was actually running the new Uplift Discord, which actually like is open now for community leaders. There you go. Retweet this, bros. Right, there you go. Boom. So it was a really, really good conversation. So if you're curious about the uplift, if you don't really get what we're doing with that yet, that's a really, really good place to start and get a good idea. So yes, then Friday, NFT Game Day, which is another one of the amazing pillars of like this weird thing that we're doing, because I love it every time we do that. It's just good shit.
Yeah, can we just go back one more time to the AMA, because like I want to reiterate what you said there. Like we didn't really play a game. Basically, what we did was we explored a little bit. Like we went and looked at this channel's land on the show, and uncovered that. That was kind of fun. But mostly, we just talked about like what the uplift represents, what it will be, like what the concept, the overlying concept behind the game, the vision, all of those things were. So, definitely, if you're interested or you want to know what the world itself is going to be, like what the world itself is going to be like, that's a really good one to check out. And there were a lot of great questions in there from a lot of people who happened to catch us live. So that was pretty cool. Like they got to ask questions about everything essentially, and Corey gave them really good answers. Upland AMA. That was pretty fun. We're gonna give away at the end of this show 3 EOSIO cards. So we'll go over that a little bit later. At the beginning, you kind of got the bit of a rundown while I was dealing with that into the game. We actually got a referral link, which if you guys use it, you can get a 50% bonus on your UPX tokens, and we can get one as well, which is kind of cool. If you don't want to use our referral link, that's fine, but use somebody's, because it's kind of like you're, throwing away free money if you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's kind of a cool little project that is really one of the older kind of NFT games in the space, and I had a lot of fun just learning about what they're planning on doing and all of the integrations that they have coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay, so we got about 20 minutes left before I got to start getting ready for church, which of course is our gratitude ceremony. We're gonna be live on this channel. I would love it if everybody came back and joined us for that. It's just a special little thing we do in the cathedral inside the Uplift every Sunday. So yeah, no, the Uplift was great. I think I learned a lot about how sort of land-based games work, which is gonna be important, and it's fun. I've been into that game every day since we did it. It's only been a couple days, but still, yeah, it's got some good gamification that keeps you coming back, which is fun. And then Friday, 2 p.m. clusterfuck, aptly named. Recurrier and I, and really, whichever the community leaders want to come in and join us, pretty much. A Minecraft referral link. I don't think we have that. Sorry, Lisa. I don't even know if that's a thing you can do. But I'll look into it for sure. Anyway, so
we could potentially build one into some NFTs for our end of it, though.
Maybe, hey. I mean, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't know how that would work, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, 2 p.m. Recurrier and I are going to cover all of the goings on inside the Uplift. Inside the community cluster, inside the Uplift. And this really was just an introduction to the 20-odd communities that are already there. I am really fucking excited about this. Like everybody from Ken to the lads to Boyd to freaking, Wombat Wallet. Adrian is coming in. Wax.io asked for the last one. They're gonna be coming in. I'm talking to Bonds about getting the Our Planet and the tribal books and the prospectors lands pumping. Apparently the Blue Wizard knows that he's got a piece of land now. We're still trying to hook up when he's gonna come and get a tour of that, right? Crypto Monkeys, my longest running podcast, #coffee, has a plot. There's a fucking giant unicorn on it now. Apparently somebody put in there. I told it like all the community, the OG builders are kind of all from that community. It's like, hey, if anyone wants to go down and build, something, we just need to build something. So just go have fun and build something. So my cousin goes down and builds a giant fucking unicorn. Anyway, it's gonna be a blast, right? So, and this next Friday, we're gonna be giving away Uplift art crates because they donated a bunch of community crates for any of these projects that managed to get something built. So that's going to be happening. I need my own.
So let's dive into. That's a good place to start. Let's dive into next week. So actually, on Friday, NFT Game Day, we'll be having Blue back on the show in anticipation for the next Uplift Tiamo event. So that's pretty interesting. On Monday, we've got Rob Rigo from EOS Detroit. I'm not sure if you've ever met him, but I've
interviewed him and I like him a lot.
Yeah, I had him on Boydcast last season, and it'll be a lot of fun. Yep. He's almost as unpredictable as you on the air. It's great. So
thanks, I guess.
No, that's totally a thanks. Whenever we get Greg on, we're gonna laugh about how unpredictable you are.
That's fair. He's had to put up with it for about 5 years now.
So, a couple things on Tuesday. We might have a project coming in for Tech Talk on Tuesday, or we might just do something on our own. We've got an idea we're bouncing around, so we haven't quite solidified that yet. On Wednesday, we're going to have Sean from Crypto Writer. He's, I believe, the CTO of Crypto Writer. Cheney, we had on from Crypto Writer. We talked about it a little bit, but Sean's going to give us the rundown on Voice and the community and how it all started and what's going on with that, which I'm pretty excited about because I write for a lot of different projects, but I'm not actually able to, write for them on Voice because I don't have a Voice account. And I think what they're doing is really cool. So I kind of want to learn about it. So yeah, if you're a writer or, you're interested, definitely tune in that day. And Thursday, we'll have our EOSIO weekly update as normal. So if you recall, last Friday, we went through the rules and kind of idea behind the EOSIO giveaway. So how this works, again, go back and read the post so you get what's going on. But how this works is you keep these cards, these Evil Rose cards, in your account for essentially 1 month. And every week, there's kind of this random mathematical calculation where if you have a card from the week before, they will drop that new card into your account. So, I mean, of course, you can go to Atomic Hub if you win this, and you can chuck it out there and sell it. But I mean, if I were you, I'd keep it and wait till you see what the other 4 were. Not NFT advice, because I'm not an NFT god. If you want NFT advice, go and visit Ken Bozak over on his channel.
Legit.
That's the person who's going to give it to you.
Yeah, we're cool. That motherfucker knows everything about NFTs.
Yeah,
like, leads it in the most appropriate way.
So, yeah, we're going to give away 3. We're going to do this draw 3 times, and we found a very archaic retweet Twitter random generator thing. If you just commented your Wax account on the bottom of the tweet, I'm sorry, you're not entered. You need to read the rules carefully. Yeah, I'm kind of a stickler for that, but I'm not going to go through and figure out 5 different ways to do it. We're going to pick 3 people. So we're going to pick 3 people. It's possible that your name can come up twice. If your name comes up twice, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you 2 NFTs. That's just the way it is. If your name comes up once for the rare and once for the legendary, then I'm just going to give you the legendary, because I figure, if your name comes up twice, then you should get it twice.
You going to share your screen for the random thing?
Nah, I'm just going to say names and hope that people believe me. Of course I'm going to share my screen, man. Yeah, I should probably start now, because sometimes it takes a while to share the screen. Also, we have one more that somebody else has donated. Some dashing, handsome young man in a blue sweater. And we're going to keep those until, yeah, I know I'm not that young, but the rest of it is true. We're going to keep those until the end of the 4 weeks, and then we're going to give those away individually. But for today, let's pull up.
Give out some Ken Bozak land. Yeah, we will never give out Ken Bozak land, but if you impress the shit out of it, I can't wait to see the first Kenlandia giveaway for a piece of land, because that tweet's gonna blow the fuck up. Anyway, I do want to say I'm gonna shut up now, because we got 12 minutes max before I have a hard stop and have to get out of here. So
okay, well, we're just gonna do this, and then we're going to we're just gonna do this, and then we're gonna
Okay, I do have to say, that's what she said.
Yeah. Can you
Oh yeah, sorry.
share that screen?
You should do the browser window for the record instead of your whole screen.
Is that sorry.
It's not essential. This will work for now. It's just more efficient for next time.
So basically pick a random Twitter winner, and let's see what happens. So we're gonna put the retweet in here. This is the original tweet, and it's gonna pick a random retweet, and this is for the first rare card. That's funny.
Can you hear that?
Can you see that?
No.
What? You don't? What?
I just see congratulations. It's not big enough. Hold on.
Yeah. Did you see who?
Is
won?
that Go EOS?
Yeah. So we're not going to give it to sorry guys, that's hilarious. Obviously, it's rigged, as you can see. Here we go. Mari Umi. So Mari Umi, I'm going to make a little note of that, and then I'll send it out. Hopefully your wax address is there. So Mari Umi, you will get the first rare. We're going to go back. We're going to do it again. Wolf Track XX.
That's going to be the name of my new softcore porn band.
I like it. Okay. And the last one is for the legendary. The last one is for the legendary. So this one
At Corey Cottrell. I wouldn't be allowed to win, for the record.
Decentralized 89.
All right, that's cool. That's 20 more than you need.
I knew it's funny because I was pretty much thinking along the same.
It's funny because 69, and we're also like teenage boys. Just
okay. Stop sharing. Okay. Well, when you grow up in Canada, it permanently alters your brain, I think.
All right. Cool. All right. So real quick,
I'm gonna pull into the Twitter and do this right after. If you didn't drop your Twitter, if you didn't drop your Twitter account and you're watching this back later, we'll give you a day or two, maybe tomorrow, to get it. And if not, we'll draw again. So we'll send it to you in the next few minutes. So
cool beans to the brohemes. Okay. So I totally just had a complete and total brain fart. Oh, this coming week, what's the plan? Who's on? And I know you already said it. I just want to say before we break here, because actually M Blue just tried to call me for something, so I should probably get off and see what's going on with him. So Monday, Rodrigo. Tuesday, we have a really freaking cool plan about walking through how to create NFTs that we're probably going to do on our own, unless we can get Seth or somebody to join us.
Yeah, we have a couple ideas around giving a tutorial, so we're thinking about doing that.
Yeah, I really like that. So basically, we want to do NFTs for the show. So we want to walk through how to actually make an NFT and kind of do that as an instructional thing, so people can learn about how to use Atomic Hub. And eventually, we're gonna have Ken on to it's one thing to make NFTs, it's another to like breathe life into the process of taking a community and building NFTs around it. I'd love to have an hour-long conversation with Kenny B about how to do that, because he's a fucking master at it. He's really, really good. So we'll do that. Who's on Wednesday?
Wednesday we got Sean from EOS Writer.
Nice. Do we have anyone on Thursday yet?
We might, but we're not nailing that down until later in the week.
Okay. Cool beans. And then M Blue on Friday. Right before the Tiamo drop from Uplift Art.
So definitely tune in on every day, but definitely tune in on Friday, because there's going to be lots of goodness flying around that day, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. All right. Boom. Done. Nailed it. Did the thing.
And thanks for everyone for dropping in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow in about 21 hours or so.
If we had a sign off, what would it be?
That